There's nothing better than a good old country breakfast. Am I right? You always have to have some delicious drop biscuits, and here's how I make mine. Using this biscuit mix, I pour some into a bowl, and you will eventually learn how much you like to use. Just like my cornbread recipe, it is an eyeball preference. So really, it is all going to depend on how much you're wanting to make. So here, it would roughly be about a cup. Then I add in some buttermilk. And I add the buttermilk based on how I want the consistency. So you start out, add a little bit, stir it to combine. And if it's not enough, continue adding more until you get that gooey, doughy consistency that we're looking for in a delicious biscuit. And just continue stirring, adding a little bit of buttermilk at a time. Not too much, or it can quickly get too soggy on you. And at that point, you will have to add a little more biscuit mix. So this is the texture that we're looking for. As you can see, it is nice and gooey and ready to go. So with our cast iron skillet on top of the stove eye heating up, we're going to drop in large spoonfuls of this biscuit mix into the pan. So essentially, what I'm making here is called a pone of biscuit bread. We start out with these drop biscuits here, and what's going to happen is they are going to rise and fluff into one large pone of biscuit bread. But that's okay, that's what we're wanting. And once this cooks, it'll easily break apart, and everyone can have their delicious chunk of biscuit bread. So let it sit on the stove just long enough for it to rise, and then place it into the oven. Now for the sausage. Choose your favorite sausage. Cook it up in a sizzling hot iron skillet. But don't forget about your biscuits. Does that not look like a delicious pone of biscuit bread? Or what? Once they are done, you want to just flip the pone of bread out so that it quits cooking on the bottom. Flip it over, place it back in the pan, and allow it to cool. But I have to show you what the inside looks like. With it steaming hot, it makes for the perfect bite. And you can see all of that butter which has infused into the biscuit bread. It is absolutely perfect for a country breakfast on the weekend. Perfect size biscuit, but wait, it needs the perfect topping. Chocolate gravy is a must. So let me show you how I make it. Start by adding a cup of white sugar into a large pot. You want to use a large pot because this mixture will boil very rapidly as it cooks, and you don't want to run the risk of it boiling over. Now add your cocoa powder and take your spoon and stir these ingredients together, making sure that the cocoa powder and the sugar are mixed together very well. Once you have that finished, go ahead and add in your milk. This is a must to make the perfect chocolate gravy. Then stir to combine while you have your pot heating over medium-high heat. Now it is time to start on our fried egg while we wait on that pot to boil. You know the saying, a watched pot never boils? This one has finally started to boil. And as you can see, it is not quite ready yet, but like I said, it will boil over quickly. Now let's flip our egg. As our chocolate gravy continues to boil, thicken up, and get that perfect texture. So as you can see here, you can check with a spoon. The chocolate gravy is still runny and a little bit grainy. That is not what you want. So you want to just keep stirring. And as you can see here, it has slowed down that heavy boiling and is now a thicker texture in boiling. So that means we can go ahead and arrange our plate. Our egg, sausage, and bread are ready. So what I like to do is crumble up some of my biscuit and scoop over a hearty serving of the chocolate gravy. It is best if all of the biscuit gets a little bit of that chocolate gravy and it soaks into the biscuit and makes for a delicious sweet bite. And just like that, our Appalachian breakfast is complete. We have a sweet treat for our meal. Now you can also serve up the chocolate gravy on the side in a bowl. That is actually one of my favorite preferences because you can do so much more with it. When I put it in a bowl like this, I will often add just a little pat of butter. That flavor, when it combines with the chocolate, is oh so good. Now here you can add bread into your chocolate gravy just like this and stir it up, enjoying that chocolate gravy just like it was on the plate, except you're going to have more chocolate to bread ratio. Or one of my other alternate favorites is to get the crispiest parts of the biscuit bread, like the top and the edges and the bottom, and dip it into a bowl of hot chocolate gravy. There is nothing more tastier than that. But no matter how you enjoy the Southern Appalachian chocolate gravy recipe, you're going to love it, I guarantee you. Every time I make this dish for someone, whether it be another family member, relative, friend, they absolutely love it and ask for more every time. This is my number one requested breakfast dish, whether it be served alone or with a full meal, including all the fixings, eggs, sausage, and of course a biscuit. And there you have a full Appalachian breakfast. Hope you enjoy.